prior to this tournament.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like this patch, I don't think we've seen hardly any of it in Asia. I think there's been like 2 or 3 games before, but it's been nowhere near as popular as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind it too much, but then us to Aries, I love their opening. You know, they get this tree spectre, which they absolutely love, and they get to ban 3 heroes out in the second phase, which they don't want to play against. So the Necro is a typical one. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are banning Visage against Blaze.
10 seconds remaining.
There's a couple of Chinese teams, I think, that like this hero in this tournament, from what I remember. I can't remember who the other one was, but... Ooh, Rubik. One of my favourites. Rico loves this hero as well. Wasn't he Rico was the guy that loved Dark Willow as well, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. But I have been a fan of the Rubiks in this event thus far. That's for sure. They seem to be honestly really, really doing well. So, Tiny Nature's Prophet. Huh. I mean, is that the combination it's definitely not the combination we're accustomed to, that's for sure.
I mean, it could be an off-lane pairing in the Tiny Nature's Prophet. I will say as well that Rubik as a support is probably one of the best heroes at dealing with Nature's Prophet in the laning stage. Because when the Fade Bot hits all the trees, they lose all their damage. And it's good wave clear versus the trees as well in the mid game and things. And Prophet's trying to split push. It stops them taking towers really when they lose even more damage in the mid game. I mean, they're probably going to look to pick their POS 5 here. I'd be very surprised if they play Prophet 5. So they probably want some kind of solid lane support. Yeah, and they go for Witch Doctor. I don't mind that too much. It's okay. As long as they pick some kind of like core hero that they want the core to core matchup, right? Is the big thing. So they don't want to show their core for the safe lane until Astraris have picked their offlaner. Or if they pick their mid, they're going to counter pick their mid in the next pick. I'd actually really like to see a Veno from Blaze, and then you put the Veno in the offlane with the Tiny, and pick a different, and then put the Nature's Prophet position 1 or 2.
Has Venomancer really been as popular in the Chinese part of this bracket?
We saw it banned every game in our series yesterday. I'm pretty sure. First phase.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not been quite as popular as Europe and things, but it's still hanging about.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, Void Spirit, yeah, that's been one of those. Definitely one of those shows up every day kind of thing. Or every game almost.
Mm-hmm.
Ember Spirit.
Yeah, and there's the XHD Ember Spirit. I don't think that should be too much of a shock. I think a lot of people love playing this Ember against the Void Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them that tempo game as well. It's a hero that can just kill the supports, get on the back lines. I think it abuses their lack of lockdown on Aries. They have like this overgrowth, they have lift, which is okay. But Aether Eminence not necessarily reliable. And I think it's a hero, like if you look at Blaze's lineup at the moment, they would want to scrap non-stop. They have no cooldowns to wait for, apart from possibly Death Ward, but it doesn't really matter. So we could see an action-packed game. I'm hoping at least. Because some of the China game series over the last couple of days have been a bit slow.
Yeah, I mean, we go from, having 50 kills in 20 minutes in the Southeast Asia games, and then all of a sudden, we're seeing like 18 kills in 50 minutes in the Chinese series.
I think a lot of the Chinese teams have not been afraid to fight in the real early game, but then as the game goes on, they kind of don't take the same risks that the SEA teams do. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's just the way that they want to go about it. If they want to play on the safe side, fair enough.
Yeah. Seems like a completely different playstyle, and something we've been like waiting for or excited for is the is when these teams are going to cross over.
Mm-hmm. In a few days.
In a few days' time, we'll
Oh.
finally have it. Lifestealer gets picked up. That is a hero we don't see that much.
Okay, positives. It doesn't have any cooldowns to work around. It's a good cortical matchup against the Spectre because he has a high HP pool for you to steal from.
Mm-hmm.
So you get lots of HP because Feast always works on their max HP now, not their current HP. Negatives, it's Lifestealer. I feel like this hero... I mean, I really dislike this hero at the moment. He's probably going to have to build a Manta against a tree or a BKB at some point.
Yeah.
But I think it works with their lineup overall. Seems like a strong hero for their kind of game plan. And it gives them a way of dealing with Spectre as well, because Lifestealer can just hit him. But I still feel like in the ultra late game, Spectre does okay in that matchup. It's kind of about the supporting cast around him. They need some kind of lockdown, I think. I also wouldn't mind Darks here.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
But Darks here
I
doesn't
like the
sound really
Darkseer.
good against Lifestealer.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was thinking. I guess
Wow.
Magnus mid, or is that going to be Magnus offlane? That is going to be Magnus
It's
mid.
Magnus mid, isn't it? Because Phoenix is the mid player. And yeah. LWW is the 5, so he's played the tree. Okay, yeah. So they're going to put the Mag in the lane against the Lifestealer. They have this Magnus tree thing again, though, where they just stall the game for as long as possible for their Spectre. And he just farms the stacks and whatnot with Empower. I mean, this game's going to all depend on Blaze and how they execute and how well they can play tempo. Because I feel like their lineup looks really strong in terms of being able to fight, but they need to be able to find the right openings and the right fights. So many times I've seen teams this tournament have lineups like this where they need to be doing well in the mid game, and if they take like 2 bad fights, it feels like their timing just gets thrown off completely. So Blaze need to be limiting the amount of mistakes today in comparison to other series we've seen from them so far, because they're currently 0-3. To them, though, they have lost every game 2-1, so they have taken a game off everybody they've played. But they need to get results now.
I guess you could say that way. They have taken a game off everybody. But it seems like every series goes to 3 games, almost by default.
How many 2-0s have there been in China in general? I'm just going to go through.
How many 2-0s
One.
have there been in China in general? I think 1. Or 2.
2. FTD are the only teams to have won 2-0. And they've done it twice.
They did it yesterday. That's why I thought it was 1.
The other one was one of the days you were away.
Yeah. That seems
Well,
to figure.
So, because in the group stage, the tiebreaker goes to games 1-2-0, right? Blaze are playing against eHome Immortal in their last group game. So if they win this game, Blaze, they'd go 1-3, which is the same as eHome Immortal. And so then heading into that last series of the whole group stage, whoever loses would go out. That's hype. So we need Blaze to win today, is what I'm saying.
To have everything be very close.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
For the bottom of the group to be exciting.
Down with that. As for Southeast Asia, they've got 2 0-3 teams. Signal Ultra and Reality Rift. Which is...
I guess who's playing after this series?
Yeah. So somebody's got to get a win. Somebody's going to end 0-4 because I think... No, that's not... So I was going to say that's might be their last matchup, but I did the math wrong in my head. They only have 3 now.
Incorrect.
Yeah. But it's the last day of 4th matchups. And then the next 3 days is everybody's 5th games.
Yeah. So this is the end of round 4 today.
And then, so today we've got that. The round 5 is the next 3 days after that, the 13, 14, 15. Then 16, the 16th is the 2 play-in matches that actually start a half hour earlier, even though we go to a half hour later for the 14th and 15th.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh, beak up.
Hey, whoa.
I don't want to wake up half an hour earlier. I'm already getting up at 5
We're not even
o'clock.
on those games yet. We don't even know if we got those games.
Oh, true.
As they type in our names.
Oh, I'm sweating now.
Yeah.
It's been so uncomfortably hot in Europe the last week.
You're telling
it's
me
horrendous.
It's 100 degrees here.
Yeah, but you're used to it.
3 digits. I know. I'm in the north, dude.
You're used to it.
I'm in the north.
Yeah, it's been. I know, because I was watching Cinder in stream and stuff before, and he was saying how ridiculous it was. Maybe it's his class with Sunthran. I can't remember.
Love that combo.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Yeah,
Absolute gems.
Cinderin is definitely one of those guys I've always been like, I'd love to, cast with him.
What?
Hey, I'm not saying as a replacement, Mo. If you look at my Dat Dota page, you'll see I've cast with 40 different people.
Even when I want to cast with Cinderin, so I get it.
Exactly. I think I have cast with 40 people. Jesus Christ. It's on. I think somebody said something about it today, and then I was just like, yeah, I've cast with a bunch of people, obscure ones too. I've cast with CC and C when he had that short stint of casting Dota.
I remember that, actually.
That one's a good one.
I love it when pro players cast. Pex, who's been doing it at the moment, and if nobody's watched that, I think he's really good to listen to.
Yeah, the reason I like CNC and C so much when he was casting was, he was very passionate, and you could feel that in what he was saying. You know what I mean?
I think when we cast so much, though, we should be passionate. And I think because he plays so much, he should probably also be passionate.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Battle begins.
So it was very, very fun time, and that was I think 2 or 3 years ago at this point. Because it was Star Ladder, I-League. When was the last time you heard I-League?
Ooh, Jesus. That is a while ago. Have you seen in the mid lane, Mag's going for this Wraith Band first?
Interesting.
Really good this game because of the heroes that they have on the Dire side. Instead of Bracer, so he can have the extra armor to come through, and you get the attack speed as well, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing against all physical damage, pretty much, from the cores.
Lockdown for Aster Aries is good, but not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I completely get you.
Overgrowth, RP, telekinesis, which is great, but it's on a high cooldown, and then Aether Remnant. So you have to hit the Aether Remnant. That's not guaranteed lockdown. Telekinesis is. And then, you're using RP, which is 130 seconds, and Overgrowth, which is 100.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas...
He actually took heal at level 1 on the Witch Doctor, by the way. Which is interesting. I feel like this isn't the kind of lane that you normally skill heal in. The lifesteal is not the hero that you need to sustain. It's kind of yourself.
So he takes heal, and then Lifestealer takes Feast.
Yeah, they want all the heal.
Yeah. That's the weird part to it. I mean, do you not expect to get anything level 1 where you don't need the cask? Even usually isn't it Maledict and then cast?
All the time. I don't mind the heal. It's just you normally take it with a TB or something that can't really sustain themselves in the lane. But Voice with Rubik is a very good lane. So this mid lane, by the way, is becoming a big wash at the moment towards the Magnus.
He's a creep wave up right now. Doing well.
But Magnus has to do this. He should be winning this lane. This is a Magnus favored lane, so.
Dire's courier been killed.
So what did he take? He hasn't taken anything level 2.
Oh,
He's
the
actually
courier
just gonna get a courier
trade.
kill.
Has been killed.
Now he goes Maledict. I feel like maybe the cask would have been better in that situation. I don't think he's dead regardless, but
Gonna take a lot of damage though. He has no salve, so.
Thank you.
Oh, no, Rico actually salves him up. Okay. Fair enough. Bot lane as well. This tree's doing a really good job of keeping the Spectre's lane a little bit more sustainable, but this Prophet has 7 denies. Obviously, that doesn't really necessarily tell the story because he has trees that he can deny, so. And good Prophet players will deny all their trees, I feel.
no first blood just yet.
I think the 4-minute rune, it might start to get a little bit spicy. Because XHD has picked up his bottle, and so he's going to want one of these, going to want this active rune. Oh, Ember gets the...
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. So killing that Observer Ward isn't... So the mag isn't going to be able to see the active rune at the 4-minute mark, so Rico's going to come top. And Tree's actually gone bot for the other active rune.
Oh, wow. Toss, and it's top. So Mag gets to fill his bottle. This is a big commitment from the Radiant.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
It
100% worth it.
Yeah, and nobody died.
much
They
of-
didn't give up first blood or anything.
How much have we talked about this over the series, though? That these 4-minute active runes are so important.
We talked about how important it is to get that advantage, especially if you're like one of those mids that doesn't hold a bottle, and you get that active rune and you shut down, you know, your opponent in that way.
Well, it's even better when you both build a bottle, and you get it for yourself as well.
Well, of course. But I love seeing it where it's like you get that help and you don't even have a bottle. Ooh, Rubik getting low. Rico should die to Maledict. First blood for Kaz.
Tiny doing a really good job of blocking the pulls down in the bot lane as well, or at least trying to. At least mess with them. Oh, Skewer, mid lane.
Did he get it? He's under the tower, but no, it won't be.
If he was level 6 there, he would have got the kill with the RP. Unless XHD, I mean, he didn't have slight up, no.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tiny take the bounty rune? Oh no, Tree took the bounty rune, and Tiny took the other one. So Ember has, no refill for his bottle, unfortunately, on the runes. So he has to TP back to base. And they're going to try and play around this mid lane here with the catapult wave, I would imagine. No? Did Rubik just... Oh dear. Rubik just warded at the exact same place that the other ward got de-warded. Because they weren't talking to each other.
Money, baby!
That's communication problems, guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, illusion rune top as well.
If I'm
So
the
Riko's
Ember,
gonna
it's
be able to
free
take
money.
that one.
Searing chains.
You have been denied.
Did they deny that word? Yeah.
No?
No?
Which one?
The Observer.
Where?
Oh, it didn't go down yet. Sorry, I couldn't see it because of the
Eh?
banner. I had my camera in such a way the banner was blocking it. I was like, "Where's that ward?"
I hate to say this, Peacock, but I can't replicate it so my banner blocks the ward completely.
Oh god.
It's a rough day, huh? Rough day at the office? Is it going to be one of those days?
I'm totally not wearing my glasses right now. Definitely not. Oh jeez. That's that's embarrassing. So top lane, K11 is level 6.
I think Radiant having a better laning stage. Though. This mid lane is, Magnus has over 1,000 net worth ahead of the Ember.
Jesus.
But the side lanes are relatively even, which I think favours the Radiant side. They have this Magnus. They are the ones that are going to want to stall the games, keep it alive. And I think the Dire side, sorry, have to be playing from ahead. So the fact they're not is a little bit worrying for them. I would love to see Aries make a Haunt play relatively soon as well. So Haruchia can try and find something on the map. Maybe if they try and make a play with the Magnus as well. Or if the Rubik comes bot, potentially they might be able to kill.
Structures are fortified.
Or Tiny secures the DD for the Ember. That's massive.
And it's not like, you know, the 4-minute rune. I think I always bring this up where, like, the bounty rune's there and it's available for you, but that one's even bigger, too, because you've got the double damage bottled up.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, I absolutely hate, like, pubs at the moment. Mag's just in every single game. And I love playing this hero, and I've loved playing it for a long time. But now everybody just picks it and AFK farms literally the whole game, and it's the most annoying thing. You just don't do anything.
We'll say Magnus even having that massive lead over the Ember, like the game's still relatively
Ember's
close.
keeping bot. He has the DD.
Remnant forward, look for the Spectre, Searing Chains, and Spectre Dagger thrown at Beyond, who's taking a lot of damage. Will allow this Spectre to go into the trees, toss right on the Spectre.
Living arm!
All the living armor's enough. Obscure RP used for the Tiny. I guess it does secure you a kill.
He has Haunt to get back into the fight as well if he really wants.
Radiant's
He's probably going to Haunt to
under
get...
attack.
He would have loved to have got back to base there, use the Haunt to get the Tiny kill and carry on being bot lane. But he can't really justify using Haunt now.
Yeah.
Oh, he put the lifesteal on the cliff. Oh, the infest. Oh my god. So many smart brains in this game.
Under attack.
Top tier 1's gonna go down, though, if they're not too careful.
Yeah, this is really good because, like we've talked about, when you're playing against Tree, every single tower kill you can get means a huge amount. I don't know why he's just living armored, but that was pointless. But
I just more so don't understand. Well, never mind. I was gonna say I don't understand why they didn't rotate, but a lot of their TP's on cooldown except for the tree and himself, so it's not as if they could have really defended that tower. Poor man's shield picked up by the Nature's Prophet. He sent that back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Chimes they
attack.
both have.
Ooh,
Is
Echo
that
Saber
Mag-
already. This feels like such a fast Echo Saber.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, but he is just AFK farming. This is what I'm saying. So,
I think that's
although-
kind of okay. Like, you use the RP, you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
your kill, and now you just AFK farm. Like, do your thing.
Yeah, it's 100% fine, and he's got this ancient stack as well, which is going to help his net worth. But what I'm saying is that the tempo of their game is really slow, so that the fact that the Dire are making moves shouldn't be surprising. Like, they're trying to push in this bot tier 1 now, and the tree can't really defend it because they've managed to break a load of these trees, so he can't get the right positioning for the Nature's Grasp.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, like,
is
he
under
puts that
attack.
one down there, but it's just going to be too late. And they need more heroes to contest these tier 1 tower pushes, because they shouldn't be giving these away for free when they have a tree on their team. Seems like a massive waste to me.
Yeah, this is like the opposite of what we've been seeing.
And now they're going to smoke mid because they want to get the mid tier 1 as well.
And if you just allow them to go from tower to tower to tower without any repercussions, like...
Yeah,
Radiant's
like they have
bottom
Fade
tower
Bolt,
is
right,
under
which is great
attack.
D-push. They have the threat of the mag with the RP, but he kind of needs his blink. They have the Nature's Grasp as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
Dangerous
is
game to just
fallen.
allow them to go and get towers so freely. That's for sure.
See the building. He's gone Armlet, and he's going to go Deso next. Okay. I don't mind that this game. I think they need the raw damage output from him. Otherwise, I think they're going to struggle to ever kill anybody. Mid lane.
Making some trouble. Avalanche comes in. We got the Aether Remnant out onto the Tiny. Spectral Dagger thrown, so they should get a trade here. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Haunt continuing to John around. Overgrowth gets used. Witch Doctor gets the Maledict in, but it won't matter. With Spectre getting a double kill.
Yeah, I like that. Stop letting them run all over you.
Yeah.
You need to defend your towers and things. And when they make aggressive plays like that behind your tier 1, your tier 1 mid's the most important tower to defend. So, well played by them. They do lose their 2 supports, so it's not a massive deal on the dire side. But for the Radiant, it's about laying down the marker. And Mag's about to get Blink. 400 gold away.
Mag's Echo Saber Blink in 13 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think that's... I mean, it's quick, but it's not surprisingly quick.
Definitely fun, though. Fun and fast for this Magnus.
Rubik.
Avalanche toss. Rubik, telekinesis, infest pops. Get the kill.
Stolen Maledict though onto the Tiny.
It's doing a lot of damage.
He's going to get down to like 200 HP.
Yeah,
Okay, they've got the heal going. And again, there's another tower.
I think against the Treant is like the fastest 3 tier 1s I've seen in such a long time.
But this is why the Lifestealer Prophet combo is so good in the side lane cores.
Mm-hmm.
They had no timing to wait for. I love that Nature's Prophet is an all chat. He's my new hero. And he has his Orchid now as well.
Ooh, kill that Void Spirit. Everybody's still here. Like, this is... Blaze looking good and taking over the Radiant side of the map.
Another all chat, Tiny. Another one of my my biggest one. I'm one of his biggest supporters. I've just decided.
As you should be. Towards bottom, they've got the silence out onto the Rubik, Maledict as well as the Cask. Rico dead to rights, it
Stolen
feels
Rage.
like. And now they get this Lifestealer though, and that is a kill, I believe, without RP. The Haunt comes in, another double kill. Witch Doctor goes down, and they might even find themselves a 4th. Sprout trying to leave, and the Skewer stop that from happening. 4 kills there for Aster Aries.
All right. What was it I said at the start of the game? Do you remember? In the draft?
3 games, I'm ready for it.
Okay. What was the part I said about them taking mid-game team fights?
Don't.
No, okay, so you don't listen to me! We need, like,
it's not that I
relationship
don't
counseling.
listen to you. It's more I need a stenographer because my short-term memory is very bad.
Basically, I was saying that Blaze need to play these mid-game fights really well. And they need to never, like, lose them badly. Like, if they lose 2 fights in a row that are really bad, the game looks ugly for them. Because then all of a sudden they're going mid to late game against the Spectre Mag. So they've been playing really well so far this game, and but then that one fight just sets them back so far. And it's really important for Aries that you defend your tier 2s. The tier 1s, I can kind of understand that they have to let go this game because they're playing against this really high tempo lineup. But the tier 2s are so important because it gives you the outpost control. Like, when you're playing against the Nature's Prophet, you never want to let a tier 2 go down because he can access your racks then as well, or the tier 3s. Just so easily.
Up to that point, it really felt like Blaze were doing a good job of, taking over the Radiant jungle. It looked good for them until that fight. 4 kills there for Aster Aries, and we're hoping for a Blaze victory over here just to make the group interesting, but this is, the undefeated Aster Aries that you're up against. We'll say if any series had a chance at a 2-0, it's this one. But I'm so sticking to the 3 games no matter what.
Aster Aries, though, like we said, if they win this series, they'll be definitely qualified for upper bracket. So they still have things to play for as well.
They beat Linger, and they would. I mean, yeah, they would just have to beat the monster. And
Yeah, but if they win today, they secure it. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
They could literally mess around in the last group stage game and still be qualified for upper bracket if they win today, which is important.
So,
Oh, I just got a slight breeze through my window, and it's like gold dust.
it's nighttime, so no breezes are happening near my house. And,
Yeah.
luckily, got a little bit of AC going.
Bot lane.
Setting up for the life steal.
Oh, this Prophet is keeping right in on top of the tree.
Oh, wow. Right in on him, and now the overgrowth gets used. Spectre uses the haunt and gets the kill on the Witch Doctor. Down goes the Nature's Prophet. They'll lose the life stealer, and the rest will TP away.
That was so awkward. The Prophet TPs in, he breaks the trees. He's like, oh my god. There's like 2 heroes here. I tried to convert them into trees, but it didn't work. They catch the Ember here as well.
Yeah, Aether Remnant, Telekinesis. And there's that consistent lockdown just to get that kill. And all of a sudden, Aster Aries is really starting to take over this game.
I mean, the problem the Lifestealer has is that obviously he needs to pop the rage for the overgrowth. This is what I was saying. I think he needs to go for a Manta at some point. Mid lane.
Death Ward, Skewer, kill onto the Witch Doctor. And Void Spirit's only got 130 health. Aether Remnant locks up the Nature's Prophet. They get the kill there onto the Tiny. Beyond's in trouble. Shockwave to pull him back, and Beyond Telekinesis double kill for Phoenix.
I can't believe they tried to defend that tower as 3 heroes. Because then they just give away extra kills and then the tower goes anyway. So now... yeah. Now they just lose the heroes and the tower instead of just the tower. And look at the net worth of the Mag and the Spectre now. Especially the Spectre. Bot lane.
Spectre. Searing Chains, Manta. Okay.
He just TPs.
Doesn't have any way to stop that.
Oh, the Tiny just blinked in. He just picked up his blink. And he blinks in there and just doesn't quite reach. That's really sad. I feel for you, man. Like I said, I support him all the way because he's an old chat. How quick this Tiny is now with the Infest. He's actually rapid.
503 movement speed, Avalanche, toss, Infest. There they go. Down goes the Rubik. $5K lead for Aster Aries. And that's Empower helping, and Magnus just dominating all over the map. Now has this BKB going into the Abyssal Blade next. Like, Phoenix is so farmed.
Yeah, he is really farmed. And I love that Spectre's going for Skadi as well next. Top lane. Void Spirit.
Oh. Void Spirit in some trouble. Aether Remnant, not going to keep him alive.
But yeah, this Spectre's going Skadi next, which I really like when you're playing up against a Lifestealer. I think having that cold attack really helps, stopping him from healing as much. But it's also just a good start item on Spectre. Allows him to just chase any of these heroes away. I wonder if what he... oh, he's changed to Diffusal. Interesting.
About to buy out on it, too.
The one good thing I will say about the Diffusal is that it doesn't give him the extra HP boost against the Lifestealer. So it's kind of more of a raw damage item. In that sense, and it's also a little bit cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So it allows him to come online a little bit earlier. And the mana burn is good this game, especially against the Lifestealer. If you get him down to zero, because he's so reliant on this rage and invest in things in teamfights. So for instance, if you cast RP on him, and then the Spectre pops Horn at the same time, and they burn his mana to 0 before he gets rage off, I think that he just dies every single fight. And they're going to look to smoke up here. Obviously, the Spectre doesn't want to be in it because he has Haunt anyway. But I think if they can take a good fight in this top half of the map, they might be able to move into Roche. Or even on the bottom half of the map. Okay.
Ag's not close for the Void Spirit. They'll find the Witch Doctor, though. Aether Remnant pulls him in, and Glimmer Cape works for a second, but the blink forward from Phoenix finish off Kaz.
Radiant's top tower is under
Quick finish
attack.
there.
Yeah, but they can't, because it was the Witch Doctor, they can't really get anything from this. I mean, they could, okay, they're trying to go Roche, but pretty sure Witch Doctor's going to be up again to fight this. Or maybe not. Maybe they just take it really quickly.
Jesus.
You know what? Fair enough.
Rico's dead, and you know, Dire are close by. Aether Remnant locks up this Lifestealer. They've got the Silence on the tree and Skewer controlling
just
K11.
go.
Now the Haunt comes in, so let's see where the Spectre goes. Goes north towards Kaz, who goes into the Glimmer Cape, staying right on him. RP gets used, and that's onto the Lifestealer with the BKB being popped. K11 still surviving. They got the kill on the Witch Doctor. Spectral Dagger thrown over. Continuing to focus onto the Lifestealer. Overgrowth is in. Double kill for the Spectre. Taking the Witch Doctor as well as the Lifestealer.
That was such an awkward engagement from the Die, because
might
they were
get
stuck
more.
on two sides. Oh,
Refusal. Trying to run with this Remnant, but look at where LWW is. He's ready to just throw down the Nature's
Good
Grasp,
mana.
keep him slow just in case, but they'll get the kill.
Is under attack.
and this Spectre hasn't died all game. Oh, wow. What?
Ooh, whoa, just a quick GG just like that.
Whoa.
I
To be
was-
fair, the game is probably over unless Aster Aries make mistakes.